tick, 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 tick. Woody springs the stewbudge in. He's going to set her just this side of the low spot, the sweet spot on top of the bar on dog bottom sands. And when the tide breaks over the bar, he will be in a position to really load up on the fish. Maybe we hope. We ready, kids? We're ready. Oh, no. You know what's coming. Out of the haze is the very picture of evil and the meaning of mean. It's the misogyny back again. Oh, Captain Nasty thunders on at 35 knots. His weight tips the stewbudge up again on her side. So once more, the tea kettle slides off the wood stove and lands on the deck. He sizes up the situation with the jumpers and the finners. He wheels the boat. He engages that fabulous titanium deck gear, throws his buoy, still on step. He lays out a set, cutting the stewbudge off and capturing that sweet spot on top of the bar at Dog Bottom Sands. In just a few minutes, the tide is going to break over the bar and Nasty will be in the right position. Now, where is the justice in this? What kind of story is this where the bad guy gets the fish? Can I maybe turn in my button and get my money back? Unless some plucky little wooden boat with a swing in her keel and a tick-tick in her starboard cylinder just happens to be in exactly the right place at the right time to render back unto misogyny the corking they so richly deserve. We're ready, kids. We're ready, Dad. We'll throw the buoy. Sploosh. So Spin and Marty throw the buoy. And Woody lays out as pretty a set as he's ever made in his life. Just a few feet uptime for misogyny, corking them perfectly. Meanwhile, on board misogyny, these hot rod boats, these big muscle boats, they take a lot of maintenance and they run a little hot. That's why they're called hot rods. Even as misogyny was roaring in and Captain Nasty was emitting an evil and stinking laugh, he kept his remaining eye on his gauges, make sure things were running right. Well, unbeknownst to him, his exhaust stack temperature gauge, his pyrometer, was bearing unto him a false witness, reading normal when in fact his exhaust stack is on fire, burning a hole through the exhaust. He doesn't know it, but Nasty's fiddly is frying. His deck thugs up. I don't have to tell a crowd like this one about exhaust stack fires. Your stack starts to burn, you gotta shut down instantly, or you're gonna burn. You'll burn the stack, burn the fiddly, burn the wheelhouse, burn to the waterline, and burn in hell. So when Nasty's deck monsters vocalize an urgent warning, Nasty sees the problem and instantly shuts it on down. So now he's made that great set, but he's corked and he's dead in the water. And it will wind shift just a little bit. He can't tow on his set, he can't tweak his set. He's at the mercy of whoosh of wind and hiss of tide. Shift in the wind blows misogyny down into her own gear. And one little cat's paw, a mere zephyr, spins misogyny in two rotating circles, wrapping her twice in her own gear. Misogynies get that exhaust fire out. And then they go to work unfornicating their net. As they work, they vocalize ululations of sadness and distress. Friendless and alone, they eventually have to pay someone to tow them back to the boatyard. Misogyny, they can't effect repairs, too expensive, and misogyny was eventually scrapped. Captain Nasty and his crew of deck monsters were never seen on the Bristol Bay grounds since. Meanwhile, on Stewbudge, Woody and the kids are just pecking their way out of that old expense hole. Soon they are fish hold loaded, deck loaded, top of the wheelhouse loaded, and Spin's little joke and Marty's bunk loaded. So you can see that really it does come down to anchors and ground tackle. If Stu Budge hadn't dragged their anchor, they wouldn't have been in the right place at the right time to court misogyny and load up on all those fish, turning their season around. And they wouldn't have had the fun of watching misogyny's exhaust stack burn while they worked. As Spin and Marty said, "Dad, we should have brought marshmallows." So now, I've been able to tell you a little bit about how the fishing is where I fish on Bristol Bay, Alaska, where we get tied with a vertical run of 30 feet and currents so strong and dangerous that sometimes fishermen are well advised to pay more attention to the physical needs of their anchors than to the emotional needs of their crews. Thanks.